What we did and how we made it work. So the basic concept of a steam locomotive is pretty simple. The 4000, like many steam locomotives designed during the steam era, were designed and built to burn a single type of fuel, coal. Coal was very easily obtainable. It was a good fuel source for a steam locomotive. It's a little bit dirty, and it requires additional handling. So when you handle coal, load the coal into the tender, where the coal is crushed and delivered and everything before the railroad even gets it. So there's just multiple steps to the handling. It's fed either by hand, what we call hand firing or hand bombing, kind of a slang term for a hand fired steam locomotive. And the bigger locomotives were just too big to permit a human being to develop or to deliver the amount of coal that the steam locomotive needed to produce the power. So stokers were developed. So what we've done is we take out all that apparatus, the stoker apparatus, the grates, the grate bearers, the intermediate grate bearers, a lot of complex pieces to the underside of the firebox are present that we need to remove, that we don't need anymore. And we simply create what we call a fire pan. And in this instance, it's 3/8 thick plate steel, very heavily reinforced, and designed to carry the very bottom part or contain what will become the oil burning apparatus. The oil burning apparatus is a very simple system. It's a burner. In this case, the Union Pacific designed what's known as a Venturi casting. And the Venturi casting, as that name implies, it creates an airflow around the burner. It does two things. It provides additional combustion air into the firebox and also helps keep that burner cool. And the oil is controlled by the firing valve in the cab, and that oil simply flows by gravity from the tender. So you've got an oil tank that's built in place of where the coal would have been. And oftentimes the railroads would interchange that fuel source, so it wasn't that uncommon that they would go from coal to oil and then back to coal again. In the case of the 4005 that's been discussed and talked about in many different books over the years, that locomotive had a different arrangement than the one that we built here. So let's go back to that fire pan that I mentioned. So on the side of the firebox, you see a cover. And that cover is covering up what we call our air tubes. And the air tubes are all part of a calculated amount of air that we want to go into the firebox. All of the air systems are not regulated, except for the damper that's controlled by the fireman. And that's a very on-off or kind of halfway open type of arrangement. Everything else is known as a demand system. So as the locomotive is working harder, it produces greater steam, which is greater exhaust pressure, which is greater pressure at the nozzle. And that nozzle creates the vacuum in the front end, which then draws the air through the firebox, therefore increasing the amount of air that can be flowed or delivered into the fire. The fireman's controlling that oil burner, controlling the amount of oil flowing by gravity, and it's atomized with steam pressure, and it is burned. One of the key parts on an oil-burning locomotive is the type of combustion, the quality of combustion, and that's 100% manually controlled by the crew, namely the fireman. So on an oil-burning locomotive, ideally you want to see almost no smoke. That is the optimum rate of combustion that you are controlling as the steam locomotive is working. So if you see excessive smoke, the fireman is very, very quickly working to make adjustments to improve the combustion, thereby reducing that fuel, that burning of fuel. So when the locomotive is traveling down the track, we know this from experience, that if you have a degree of visible smoke, that is actually unburned fuel that you're effectively wasting. So in the course of our day, you've got additional smoke all day long, you could be wasting 1 to 2 or more gallons of oil per mile. That's why in our operations, our logistics are fairly tight, and we want to make sure to be as efficient as we can. So we've got the fire pan, we've got the damper, and on the damper, that's the very bottom part of the firebox. That's controlled by the fireman, and that allows more air to combine with that fuel as it's being burned in the firebox. So we're making just a few adjustments. This particular oil arrangement that we've developed has been extremely successful. We're making some adjustments to the fire pan, to the flash wall. That's a very large brick wall that absorbs some of that instantaneous heat that you can develop with an oil firing system. So we're making some adjustments on that. Other than that, the system has been extremely well. It's working very well for us, and we're very pleased with the results. If you are not currently a member of the Aegis Club,
the doors and the lights in the Microspace Conductor. The carriage is out. Sleeping apartments in the night time. Please make sure you're in the sleeping apartment is sleeping. The sleeping cars are available for the cars. The carriages A and B are available in the sleeping cars. The steam engine number 1. Details. The steam engine will be made by America. Made by Kawasaki in Japan. America would do a good job, and today we see the rail line be made by American workers and the Microspace steam locomotive. Is the Microspace Conductor. The dining car is now open for menus. Get fresh meals from the dining car. Customers advised traveling in carriages and carried in the Microspace cars. Toilets are included in the toilets and the bathrooms. Bathrooms included in the ticket on the Microspace train. The steam locomotive of dining cars and sleeping cars. If you're traveling through the car, make sure the staff members taking all you on the Microspace train, steam locomotive. The firemen are working hard in the Microspace fireplace. The firemen putting coal in the fireplace of the Microspace steam locomotive. The steam locomotive will be powered by Microspace steam and coal on the Microspace steam locomotive. The steam engine up 25 carriages. The terminal line will be maintenance at New South Wales. Now we see the Blue River Station line on the Microspace Railway network. The rail line continues up further on the Microspace network. We see the steam train again, travelling from Microspace terminal from Blue River. The Nature Valley line on the Microspace network will travel on the speeds of 250 km an hour. Steam engine run. Steam engine dining cars and sleeping cars. This is the Microspace Conductor. We now arrive at the Microspace terminal in Maitland, New South Wales. We are now arriving at the Microspace terminal. This train will terminate. Please get off the train. These are lights from the Microspace train. Thank you for traveling with us, the Microspace train. You can open on the Microspace steam locomotive in the future. Thanks for traveling with us, the Microspace trains. Thanks for traveling with us, the Microspace trains. But now we see the river line on the Microspace now up in the maintenance yard from now up New South Wales. Now we see the rail line going from Nowra to Blue River and Microspace Terminal. Now we see the rail line heading up further on the Microspace network between Blue River and Microspace Terminal. Now we see the train line continuing up further on the Microspace trains. The train line is continuing up further by American workers with special tools in the old days. The tools were very hard to build the railway. Elephants were building the railways, including horses and elephants were building the railway of the Microspace Terminal in Maitland, New South Wales in the line. The train line is ending up further on the line between Maitland and New South Wales and now like New South Wales. And the main things are Terminal 18 platforms. Now we are past Nature Buddy Station Resort. The Nature Buddy Resort is the rail line. It turns up here from Blue River, Maitland, New South Wales, where most of the terminal is, and the Nature Buddy